Hey guys, this is Kim from This Darn Chicks Designs. Tonight we're going to be sublimating on a tumbler. I've got my image here, so we are actually going to take our image and put it on the skinny little tumbler that we have here. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go ahead, take the image, and I need to basically size it up to see whether this image is going to be too large or too small. So by rolling it back and forth and then pulling it over to the sides over top of each other, that actually is going to show me how much that I need to take off. So normally at this time, what I'm going to do is go ahead and we're just going to just slice probably about 1 inch off on the sides, just so it will actually be even enough for it to kind of get close enough to the middle part when we actually roll it over. So in this design, I had cut it a little bit too short. So it was just kind of like, I was a little aggravated because I did do that. Because I had it perfect the first time. And then I went back and then I kind of cut probably about 1/2 inch more than what I should have cut. And then it kind of made it too short. So I couldn't believe that I actually had done that. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I'll go ahead and finish up this tumbler because I didn't want to waste one. So I take it and I wrap it over to the sides, and then I find out, guess what? Yeah, I was about 1/2 inch to 1 inch is what I needed. So I took the slice that I had cut off, and then I just kind of put the strip down the middle of it. And then from there, I went ahead and started to tape it because I knew that, you know, I was going to have this white space if I didn't. So I tried to match it up as well as I could. So I just kind of go ahead and just put a couple things to tape on it down here at the end. And once I get that one area set down, then from there, I will go back and I will wrap it around again with the other sheet of the image that I have. So right now I'm just trying to match it up, which was just, I thought it was going to be like a total mess, but it really did come out good afterwards. Yes, it was a little off, but at this time I'm just trying to go ahead and just match it up. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. I've got a new little dog and he's running back and forth, making all kinds of noise. So he's got way too much energy. But he is having fun tonight. So what I did was I went and I taped down the sides there just to try to match it up, you know, as much as I could. And then I also did the other side and matched it up from there. So you see right here where I'm just trying to roll it back and forth here, and I'm actually trying to adjust those two pieces on each side so I can tape them down. So I kind of made it a little difficult for myself tonight, just trying to get these together. But eventually I got it though. So, but you can see right there, and then so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put some tape over those edges and try to tape it down as the best that I can do. But I'm using my heat tape. So this is not my recommended heat tape. I really like the Cricut heat tape. But our Joann's was going out of business. So I had picked up some scissor heat tape. Normally I don't have that problem with scissor. But I had they must have had a defect in their tape or something because it was just like plastic. It would not hold at all. So I went back and then just used the old regular heat tape that comes in like Amazon boxes. Not my favorite. Cricut is my favorite. That's the one that is just easier to use. It's a whiter tape. This is probably about a 1/2 inch wide, whereas Cricut is about 1 inch wide. So I like to use better tape than this. But I tried to tape it together as good as I could. So at the top of my tumblers, I always go ahead and cut little slits into the top of it so I can actually fold over the paper, because you've got to have those little notches just into the side there, so it's a lot easier to fold it over to the sides and then be able to tape it. I've always done that with any of the tumblers I've ever done, and any of the paper, you know, that wraps around it. So I'm going to fold over the top, and then once I'm done, then I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. So this is what the tumbler looked like after I got it out. It did come out pretty good. At first, if you see at the top there where the C is at, I thought that the ink didn't take, but it did. It was just little pieces of paper that was actually on the letter C. But it still came out pretty good. It came out a lot more vibrant. And it will show here on my side, you'll see where it says coffee, right there. And then you'll see exactly where I put the seam at. So, but it still came out pretty good. It was actually, you know, it's still a nice little tumbler. So I just wish I wouldn't have made that one mistake, but I did. And right through here where that C is at, I just took my nail and just kind of went over top of it there, and then it just started falling off. I was like, oh, okay, there's nothing wrong with it. So I go ahead and then I put the little piece on the bottom of it, put the lid on the top, and my tumbler's done.